Hello.
Hey, Paul, it's Dean Harrison here, calling you from Sick and Wrong. How's it going?
Hey, man. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, man. Gotta say, sorry to hear that you lost your job, but it seems like you're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It always sucks to lose a job, but I'm doing all right now. I got a couple things in the works. Hopefully
Hopefully
they all pan out.
pans out. So tell me what happened. How'd the firing go down? You started your page, and then what happened? Like, did someone rat you out?
I assume somebody, once all this went viral and went crazy, I assume that somebody high up in the company must have seen it and, wasn't really too happy about it.
So what'd they do? Like, did you get to work and then you got an email saying, "Hey, Paul, come see me in HR"?
Yeah. So the Sunday when all this happened, the 19th, I believe it was, the next morning I had a call from my like direct supervisor who said that his boss wanted to have a sit-down meeting with me like in an hour. And I was like, I'm far too busy, got too many things going on right now to get that done. But, if he wants to set up time for another day, we can make that happen. And he said, we'll figure it out. And then we stopped talking. And then I got an email from my boss, and there's a mandatory meeting for everybody, the entire force that we had at the job on Thursday. So then I called him later, and I was like, hey, so is this meeting just for me or everybody? What's the deal with me and, all this stuff that's going on? And he seemed to think that, my job was over. He wasn't sure, but, just after I told him whatever. So when I came in for that meeting on Thursday, I came in with the idea that I was going to be pulled aside and I was going to be, let go before the meeting even started.
So you already had an idea that you were probably going to get fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what company is going to like, one of their workers being blasted across the internet, especially, doing what I was doing?
Creating a fart page? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So did they say it? Did he actually say, like, well, we're firing you because of your flatulence?
It was more so because of cell phone use. You can hear him say it in the video that I uploaded to YouTube, I live streamed me getting fired.
Oh, you live streamed it?
Yeah, you haven't seen that.
No, I didn't see it. So were you just holding your phone the whole time while you were talking to the guy?
Yeah. It was the camera was pointed on me, but you could hear, the conversation how it went, and yeah, it was more so because of the phone use. Documented, you used your phone 75 times to record your farts, and that's why we're getting rid of you type stuff. So,
where were you working? Were you working at like a military place or something, or like some highly secure facility? Like, who gives a shit if you're on your phone?
Yeah, they acted like it. They like to act like it was, it was a $10 an hour security gig at a hospital, and they acted like, we were secret forces or something.
Yeah, I was about to say like Area 51 or something, So you just live streamed it. That's kind of funny. So not only did you get fired for using your phone, you actually recorded it while you were getting fired. That's great.
Yeah.
So, are you going to like seek revenge or anything, or were you just like, yeah, I'm out of here?
Yeah, I'm just out. It happened. It's over with. I don't think there's any real point. I don't think it'd be worth it to even try to fight for that job back. So we're just going to kind of leave it as it is and pursue whatever else we can pursue.
So tell me what happened. How long you were doing it for 6 months? What inspired you to make a fart page for your Instagram here, an Instagram fart page?
So I just, one day I farted in the lobby of the hospital. Nobody was around. It was later in the evening, and I just let it rip. And the acoustics were so pure and so nice that I was like, oh, I got to take a video of this next time. So the next time I did it, I took a video, sent it to my group chat, which is a bunch of buddies from, back home and stuff.
Yeah.
And they all loved it, thought it was fantastic. And after a couple times, they were like, yo, you need to share this with the world. More people need to see this. And, we brainstormed, came up with the name Paul Flart. And then I just, from that day on, just went with it.
And so did it, at first, was it a slow thing, or did it just explosive growth on Instagram? Because, you have like, what, 80,000 now?
Yeah, I just hit, we're pretty close to 90,000 right now.
Wow, that's
I should
crazy.
hit 90,000 by the end of the day, yeah. But
well, I'm glad we got to you before the New Yorker does a think piece.
Have you been contacted now that you've kind of gone viral? Have you been contacted by, like, Vice Magazine or anyone like that?
I've done I've done a lot of. I did a piece for Vice. I did a New York Post piece. What else have I done? I've done a bunch of radio, talk shows, podcasts. I was on Your Mom's House. Those guys are great. Tom Segura and his wife. That was
that's
fantastic. Cool. Yeah. I was actually just in LA. I just got back last night filming a show, an episode for a show.
So when you're on like an episode for a show or anything like that, do they ask you to like fart on command or give you like a little example of what you can do?
Everybody wants me to fart on command. I really wish I could fart on command, because that would make all this, that next level of greatness better. But unfortunately, I can't fart on command. So,
you've probably been DM'd by some real weird, strange people. Like, have you been contacted by any fart fetishists or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, people have hit me up, dudes and women alike, and dudes are like, "Oh, show your asshole while you're farting," or something like that, which is, completely weird and crazy. And people send me their farts, people send me their shits.
Wait, and you never got back to me.
So wait, people send you pictures of their shit?
For some reason, I guess they feel like I want to see that, I don't know why they got that idea.
So wait, so now that you're viral, are you contacted by any women who are kind of into it?
Yeah, so several women have contacted me and said, I don't know why, but I find this sexy as hell. And it's just like, what? Like, it's just a whole nother level of like, what? This is so crazy. But I got to be careful with all that. People are very trolly on the internet, and who knows what's real and what's not. So I kind of let all that, just lay by the wayside.
Exactly. You got to be mindful of that. So when you're doing the fart, you rip a fart, you get different tones. Do you have like a most memorable fart? Do you name your farts or anything like that?
I mean, one of my favorites. It's one like back from the beginning. It was called. I think I called it Toot Toot on Instagram, and it was just like a nice little, double hitter fart, and then I made like a great facial. Just not even thinking about it, facial expression after the fact. And I've always been kind of partial to that one. I don't know why.
Do you think that's why it caught on? Because of the facial expressions, or is it the sound itself? Like, what made your page go viral? Or what do you think?
I think it's a culmination of the whole thing, like how it all just fits together. It's the same format from video to video, and while the fart is like the funny part of it, but the facial expressions, the mustache, everything kind of just goes hand in hand. My hair, because I didn't get it cut for most of the time I was doing it, and then people they loved just the little details in all the videos, even though the format's the same. Each video has its own personality. It's its own video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's the uniform too. Definitely plays into it. Yeah, the security guard.
So it's algorithm based, is what you're saying?
Yeah, more or less. So anyway, what you live in? Are you on the East Coast? You're in Florida, right?
Yeah, I live in Florida right now. Yeah.
So what do your relatives or parents or girlfriend think of this page?
No girlfriend, but family thinks it's fantastic. They all love it. They hit me up. They ask me how everything's going. They laugh about the videos now. But yeah, everybody's been pretty supportive. Mom was obviously upset at first, when I went viral, because I lost my job and all that. But she sees me working at all this to keep this going and make this a thing. So I think she's come around to it now. She finds it funny, and just like everybody else would. Should.
So are you still carrying on the page now that you're not working as a security guard? Like, what are you going to do now? Are you just doing farts in your living room or something? Or farts in the car?
Yeah, I'm still farting. I'm just doing it in the house right now. I got a security shirt. Just wear that, throw it on, do it. Paul Flart on vacation is going to come soon, pretty soon here.
Oh,
once we get everything set up and mobile, yeah. I'm going to travel around to noticeable landmarks and just let them rip, post right to the page.
So you're going to go to Mount Rushmore and just fart at Mount Rushmore? Or something like that?
Mount Rushmore is the most requested one. Everybody wants me to go to Mount Rushmore. So we have to.
You got to go to the White House at least, do a White House tour, just ripping them, presidential fart.
And what's next after that? Maybe like PhD candidacy, or maybe do a SoundCloud mixtape with Ken Bone and that Twitter dog that barks at racists. Like what do you have in mind?
I don't know. I mean, I've been reached out to by multiple people to do multiple things. And I mean, we're just gonna see where all this takes us. I'm gonna accept every offer that I can accept, within reason, and just keep making content is number one. The people love it; they want to see it. It makes them happy. So that's number one, is to keep the content. But as far as after all that, I mean, time will tell. We'll see how all this evolves in the future.
I mean, you got to figure out how to capitalize on the viral fame. So when you say within reason, what if some like a porn producer asked you to make like a fart fetish video? Would you do that?
I think towards the end of all this, when all this just starts dying out and stuff like that, I think that maybe, that could be something that we do in the future. Why not, right? If they're going to pay me to do it, I mean,
yeah.
As long as I'm not still like in the spotlight and still like a big deal, or if I ever make it to be a big deal, we'll see what happens. But nothing. I'm not gonna rule out anything right now.
Have you been making like any merchandise, or I was thinking like personalized fart messages for people? Has anyone contacted you about that?
Not that. I've got T-shirts going. I've got other things in the works. The real big one is the Paul Flart whoopee cushion. I think we're gonna get that moving.
I can see that working. You know what? Have you ever seen those keychains where it's like it has fart sounds? You could probably do something like that.
Yeah, fart boxes.
Fart box.
Yep.
Well, man, I hope you ride this out. That's the amazing thing. It's like, yeah, you might have lost your job, but now you can start a whole career based on farts.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do with we have the Patreon up, the GoFundMe, just trying to make a living off of farts right now, which I think is fantastic.
I think that's admirable. I think it's an admirable way to go. So your GoFundMe is gofundme.com/Paul Flart?
Yeah, correct.
And your Instagram is just @Paul Flart, right?
Correct, yes, sir.
And so do you have a Patreon or anything?
Yeah, Patreon. It's patreon.com/Paul Flart. Yep.
Are you doing like rewards? Like, Patreon, you get your rewards level. If someone donates $5, they get like a special fart or something?
Yeah, so right now it's just set up as you donate $1 or $5. I'm working on figuring out different tiering situations, like what I could do for people who want to pledge more money, But it's just trying to figure out all the logistics of that. So.
Hey, can I option one of your farts?
Maybe option a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I just wanted the farts.
One last question, and this is actually sent in by a couple of our fans. Have you ever actually sharted while squeezing one out, or had any kind of accident?
No, not yet. Paul Shart has not been born yet. So.
Paul Shart. That's like the next level. Like, you'll evolve to that. All right, man. Well, good luck to you. And, I'm hoping you can become a big viral star, and keep it going. All right?
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, take it easy.
Man, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Take care, guys.